Hi, I'm David with Northwest Safe, and today we're going to be talking about the ISM ST332020. Now, ST standing for Super Treasury, and the numbers that follow are basically representing the interior, usable interior space on the inside. So, unlike a traditional gun safe, which you typically have the model number represents the exterior dimensions. One thing to keep in mind is pretty much all commercial safes, when you see a number following the model, it's going to reference the usable space on the inside. So meaning that this safe is 33 inches tall, 20 inches wide, 20 inches deep of usable space. It's actually a little bit larger than that on the inside, but that's usable space. The safe actually is going to be 40 inches tall, 27 inches wide on the exterior, and 32 inches deep. So how do you get that big difference? Well, this uses an alkanite body. So alkanite is actually a alloy-based material that ISM uses for both their fire protection and their cutting protection. So this is a TRTL 30X6, meaning the construction is the same on all 6 sides of the safe. What makes it different is your average safe, let's take a residential home safe, it's going to be a sheet metal shell with layers of sheetrock as your fire insulation. Then from there you start to get into commercial grade products. Many of you have probably heard of a TL15 or TL30, TL30X6. Those safes get their strength from a poured composite material, typically concrete, to which is cladded or lined with a thin layer of steel on the outside. Great for cutting protection, great for fire protection, and when I say cutting protection, those concrete filled safes, they're basically rated against tool cutting. TR is going to reference torch cutting. So the alloy makes this really unique to cut into because it's going to dissipate heat so fast. So with a cutting torch, it makes it really difficult to cut into. Even that alloy with drilling, it warms up and heats up so fast it actually binds your drill bits. ISM has a listed weight of 2,140 pounds. I can tell you through experience of shipping these all over the country in general, and it sounds crazy to say, these are generally 20, and I've even seen 30% more than what their listed weight is. Asked ISM the reason for that, have never really been able to get a solid answer. I mean, one thing that is an issue is when they pour this body, it's a cast piece of material. It's a monolithic poured cast alloy, and you do get some variances in the tolerances. ISM lists that you'll see a deviation of half an inch, either wider or narrower than what the listed spec is, but that doesn't really tell the whole story. As you can see, the safe has 2 mechanical dial locks on it. That's how it's going to come from the factory standard. Those are also secured with a remote glass relocker. So basically on the critical parts of the mechanism and the lock, you have a piece of tempered glass which is securing 2 spring-loaded pins. So what that's for is if anybody tries to drill or cut in that area, before they even make it to the actual lock itself, you're going to shatter those pins, or sorry, the glass is going to shatter, releasing the spring-loaded pins into the mechanism. So once that happens, you could actually totally remove the existing locks, and you're still going to have those 2 remote pins that are keeping the locking mechanism in place to where you can't retract the bolts. This safe is just available in many different sizes. This is one of the smaller sizes. Typically seen in a more of a commercial jewelry store setting, but we go all the way up to something that is going to be twice this tall and even wider. So color-wise, it's going to be a standard gray finish. One thing about ISM, if you're willing to wait for it, any color that is on the RAL color palette, they will make for you. Turnaround is going to be a while. That's a special order. It could be put on any one of our incoming trucks, but it's going to take you, I would say, at least 3 to 4 months to get. If you want to see more information on this, we'll include the link below, which shows you all the different sizes that the Super Treasury comes in. We are one of the largest ISM stocking dealers in the country. We have tons of ISMs in stock, so if this is something that you're looking for and you don't want to wait for a custom order, give us a call. We'd be more than happy to help. We appreciate you watching. If you have any questions on this ISM Super Treasury or any models, just mention below, and we'll see you later.